All right, everybody. Welcome to the Inspired Cup Series and welcome to St. Louis at WWT at Gateway. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always. Aaron Stanton, race control, and my personal pit race reporter. And tonight, right now, out stand Travis Farmer, top of the board. Ben Knert, second. Peppers, Jason Williams, and Thomas Hernandez, the top five. Entering tonight, Henning, Hauser, Ward, Will Hoyt, and Henderson, your top 10. Got a lot to talk about tonight in such short little time to do it. Matter of fact, as we stand, 8 minutes. This is going to be kind of a short pre-race. First off, we're going to update you on the points entering tonight. Of course, the points coming in. Elijah Fisher still on top of the points leads. Over six. Six over Colt Ward, Farmer, Hauser hitting the top five. Josh Harrison, Cade Cannon, Jason Williams, Chris Lyotta, and Tyler Stone, the top 10 entering tonight. Or actually. All right, disregard that last one. Lyotta actually comes into tonight. Chris Lyotta actually does come into tonight. Is the 10th and final driver. My sources are messed up somewhere. Nonetheless, entering tonight after a wild race at Mid-Ohio, Chris Lyotta holds a 20-point cushion over Tyler Stone in 11th. James Hadaway out by 23. Hernandez even further back. Will be out by 44 entering tonight. And of course, Hunter Rizal needs a massive rebound, out by 57. A whole race worth of points for tonight. Well, while we got a moment of the action, let's see if we cannot get a word with the fastest man right now on the practice chart. Travis Farmer, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, after a wild week of nothing but straight road courses, we finally returned to some ovals. Hallelujah, praise the Lord.
Yeah.
And right now, picking up where you left off the last time we were on an oval first. Right now, currently first, the quickest in practice right now. Tell me, how's the car handling? What's going to be a dynamic and challenging aspect for these cars?
For me, it's going to be not getting loose in the corners. That's my worst spot here. And saving tires. That's the two things I need to work on, I believe. But other than that, it's not too bad out here. Feels pretty good.
Buddy, well, we got a moment in the action here. It's going to be a long race. How do you go about changing this race? How do you go about this race really entirely? Long race, short track, miniature Darlington, the way it feels like, guys. Easy, check up.
Woo!
I really, how do you approach a race like this?
I'm just going to try to go for the long run, man. Try to conserve my tires and just try to hold out for the last, 15 laps.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you here on out. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So right now, as it stands, Travis Farmer first on the practice charts. Colt Ward, Ben Knert, Jeffrey Peppers, and Jason Williams. Right now, the top five. And speaking of Jason Williams, enters tonight with a 22-point lead after what was a really strong showing at Mid-Ohio for Jason Williams. Gives himself a bit of a cushion as we enter some more races here. Let's get a word with the driver of the number 40 for H&W Motorsports, Jason Williams. Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, right now, fifth on the speed charts after what was a strong showing for the 40 team at Mid-Ohio. How do you take a good run like that and try to put forward over the next 4 weeks between now and the next road course?
Well, we're going to stay out of trouble, and this track here is really tricky to me. I don't know. It's like one contractor built one end, the other contractor built the other end. They met in the middle. Uh, 1 and 2's totally different than 3 and 4, and going to have to be easy on the gas. That's for sure.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you this. Does 22 points between you and being outside the cut line, does that still sit well with the 40 with that little bit of a, definitely a much closer cushion than what it was earlier in the season where it was hovering around anywhere from 5 to 10, but this 22 really sit well with the 40?
I'll be honest, Garrett, I don't believe that's going to be enough. It's a lot better than it was, but we're not breathing easy yet. We're going to have us another good run and maybe another top 10, top 5 here, and just stay out of trouble tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we'll be able to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everybody's wanting to shoot it in here tonight, boy.
Damn, I hit the wrong damn Discord. At every Aaron Stan, you got a copy? No, he does not. Well, that quick moment in the action here, so you can't pull up a couple more drivers for practice ends. Talk to the man who's been on a bit of a cold streak here lately, I got to say. Josh Anderson, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Oh boy, I don't know if I want to talk to you, man. What's up?
Oh hell. Well, I'm gonna lay down a hard-hitting question. The last few weeks have been in what I can say a cold stretch for the 17 team compared to what we saw in the first 5 weeks of the season. I've asked you before, is the night to night you turn around really? How do you turn around a bit of bad luck? Is it just a finish tonight, or do you have the expectations set a little bit higher for the 17?
No, I think that's the problem, man, is expectations, right? You win the first 2 races. You have a heck of a playoff run last year. You finish top 5 in, I think, 4 of the first 5 races. You feel really good about yourself, and then all of a sudden you get in a little bit of a rut. Some not of my fault, and then some of my fault, right? So just need to finish the darn race, man. Just stop trying so hard. Just take what the car gives me. Pocono, I had an opportunity to finish top 5, and instead I pushed it too hard and bounced off the wall the last corner. 100% my fault. So I could have easily walked away with the top 5 and righted the ship right there. Maybe had a little more confidence coming into tonight. So yeah, I just need to right the ship. It's funny, you go from a top 4 favorite to man, this guy's sliding down the playoff bracket pretty quick. So just gonna have to take care of the car tonight and finish the darn race.
Well, buddy.
Hopefully you don't jinx me talking to me, buddy.
Hopefully that's why I'm not at. I mean, hell, that's why I didn't ask you is the night to night you turn around. That's why I never asked that question. But really, last question I got, and I'll let you head out. What's the most challenging aspects we're hearing drivers talk about? It's loose off the corner and all that. Really, what's the challenging aspects for the 17 so far?
Right now, just a little bit of speed. Travis is pretty fast there. Colton's obviously fast everywhere we go. They're lost about 0.3 to them right now, so just trying to figure out what they're doing with throttle. I don't believe they're downshifting. Some guys are talking about it. I think the downshifting could become a factor. Be interesting to see if you go in car towards the end of a long run when our tires really start giving up. Our guys going to start downshifting, especially in 1 and 2, to try to get that bite off. But then you got to be careful, right? You know how it goes. You drop up in RPMs and you hit the gas. Real easy to spin it out. So
Or lose the
yeah, right now just lacking a little bit of speed, but hopefully we can have some long run speed. That seems to help me at some of these short tracks.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully, we'll finally be able to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I look forward to it.
All right, buddy. Well, that being said, qualifying up next. Right now, as it stands here in St. Louis, Ben Kennard already rolling out onto the racetrack. So Ben Kennard on the board.
What were you gonna ask me earlier again?
Well, really, you posted a third fastest lap, but evidently, Trevor's talking about handling as a race control from your standpoint. What do you feel like will be the challenges for a lot of these drivers?
She's kind of loose out there. I'm not really the biggest fan of this track. I'm pretty good at it, but I feel like I'm always good at the short flat tracks. But still, this track's just wonky. But 3 and 4 just felt super loose to me out there, so we'll have to watch that.
All right, well, best of luck. I'll let you get down to pit road and feed me some information as we go on.
All right, Garrett.
All right, bud.
Have fun.
Yes, sir. You too. Aaron Stanton, the pit road reporter and the race control for tonight. Right now, Travis Farmer across the line, top of the board, 32.876 for Travis Farmer. Chris Lauda loops it around off the corner. That's actually turn 2, and around she goes. Right now, as it stands, we'll tune back into Farmer's lap. Second lap, that is. And off the corner, is it an improvement? Thomas Hernandez, 5th quickest. It is not for Farmer. No, Ben Kennard rolling off second. Thomas Hernandez comes into tonight needing a miracle and a big turnaround. Well, right now, Hernandez 7th on the board. Stephen Henning Jr. jumps up to the 4th spot. Mike Hauser, top of the board. 32.800. Hernandez across the line. The lap is an improvement, but not enough to move him far. Robert Wilhoit, Elijah Fisher, the 3rd quickest. As Wilhoit comes across the line, first lap, 33.857, 14th quickest for Robert Wilhoit. Right now, Matt Morrison, Jackson Hadaway, Ryan Hendon leader, Darcy Hard yet to post a lap. Same for Colt Ward, but Ward will probably opt to start in the back anyway, knowing him. Robert Wilhoit across the line with 1:12 remaining. 33.382. It is an improvement up to 11th for Robert Wilhoit. Top 10 as they stand. Mike Hauser, Travis Farmer, Elijah Fisher, Ben Kennard, Jeffrey Peppers, the top 5. Henning, Hernandez, Henderson, Jason Williams, Hunter Rozelle, the top 10. You cannot get a word with the pole sitter. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Well, the winner from last week and an emotional win for you to now sitting on pole for tonight. How confident do you feel in the car? Do you feel like it's going to have the pace tonight to go 2 in a row?
Obviously, we'd like to go 2 in a row, but I think we definitely have more long run speed than anything. In practice, I was kind of just, I don't know, kind of 9th, 8th place off of speed. But I felt like I could run decent laps like throughout a run. That car kind of gets really tight as the run goes on. I don't really know how I pulled this lap out. So I'm hoping what we can do is just keep the car underneath us here and be there at the end, because there are a lot of guys that have a lot of short run speed here. I just don't want to beat myself and, burn up the stuff, because I think we'll have more of a long run car, because I've really been struggling in turns 1 and 2, but I think 3 and 4 is pretty good for me.
Well, buddy, best of luck going forward tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing 2 in a row.
Yes, sir. I'll see you at the end there.
Yes, sir. All right, now the starting lineup for tonight's running. Fly from Gateway, 134 laps on hand. Well, at the end of it, it's going to be the driver who saves the stuff. I mean, that's what we say every week, but it's the damn truth going forward. And right now, Mike Hauser on pole, Travis Farmer, Elijah Fisher, Ben Knert, Jeffrey Pepper's the top 5. Stephen Henning Jr., Thomas Hernandez, Josh Henderson, Jason Williams, Hunter Rozelle, the top 10. Robert Will Hoyt, Chris Loda rounds out your fast 12 for tonight. On down through the remainder of the field. Tyler Stone, Bobby Hadaway, 13th and 14th. Brain Taylor in his debut tonight will start on the inside of Christopher Rosca in the 16th spot. Apostle Chavez, Colt Ward, 17th and 18th. Jackson Hadaway, 19th. Matt Morrison, 20th. Darcy Hart, Ryan Hendon leader rounds out the field. Of course, Aaron Stanton does not count. That's the starting lineup for tonight. We got a moment here. We'll talk to a couple more drivers via request. If I can find him. Christopher Rosca, Gary James up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy.
Well, starting off deep in the field tonight in the 16th spot, is there really a strategy or a game plan to try to get the track position, or is it going to be more of a survival game tonight?
That's probably going to be more survival. I struggled in practice a lot, and I spun on my second qualifying lap. So survival is the main key, and hoping to keep my top 10 streak alive.
Well, buddy, after what was a hard run last week, how do you try to keep the momentum going really late in the season? Is it more about just trying to get data for next year, or at this point, are you still hunting for that first win, really going forward, believe mathematically out of the playoff or the chase picture? So how do you approach the rest of the season, just try to get ready for next year?
So, still trying to get win number 1. I talked to Lyota earlier today. He said I'm still mathematically eligible to win to get into the playoffs, but also getting info for next season with the team change, or the team owner change and the name change. Getting accustomed to running this team, taking over from McKay. So a little bit of everything that you mentioned.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you going forward. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Hopefully.
Got time for one more. Tell you what. Tyler Stone, Garrett Jennings up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy, sir. How you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Well, I'll go ahead and feed you the update here. After last week, you entered tonight out by 20 points. How do you approach tonight? And really, is there a game plan to try to get your 20 points back, or do you just try to survive tonight and look at other tracks in the future?
Survive, capitalize on mistakes, and just try to be there when at the end. That's really all we can do tonight. I'm just going to try to stay in it. This isn't a good track for me either, but, we've made some good gains on some tracks we thought we wouldn't be great at this year, so we'll try to do that again tonight and put on a good show.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. I'll let you get ready for the start here. All right. Well, the field will be in Mike Hauser and Travis Farmer's hands for the start. Live from St. Louis, the Inspire Cup Series makes their debut at Gateway And we are underway. Farmer going way up the racetrack. Elijah Fisher looks to the middle lane. Not going to be able to get there. Down and back straight away. Side by side for the lead. Well, Farmer right now trying to hold tough on that outside lane. Mike Hauser will have the advantage going into the bottom. No, he does not. Farmer sails it into turn 3. And Travis Farmer will lead the first lap of the race. Right now, Jeffrey Peppers up to the 4th spot. Peppers and Knurt. Knurt started 4th to slid back to 5th. Right now, further back through the field. A lot of drivers searching for points tonight. Henderson trying to get back on his hot streak that he had at the start of the season. Stephen Henning Jr. pretty comfortable in the points entering tonight. Tyler Stone and Hunter Azell both looking to try to gain points on the man. Right now running behind him. And Chris Loda, who comes in here tonight, gets the points and holds the final cutoff spot entering tonight. Of course, Lyota has been really, in a lot of ways, a breakout season for Chris Lyota compared to last season, not making the playoffs last season. Right now, 4 top 10s and 1 top 5, but arguably a lot more consistent than what he was last season. And right now holds not a big cushion, a decent sized cushion, at least if you're me, if you're like me thinking about it. What would be a kind of a comfortable position as he gives a shot to the back of Tyler Stone. Not sure how Stone's going to like that. But really, and for Chris and a lot of drivers hovering around like Jason Williams and Kay Cannon not here tonight. So really, as for tonight, Williams and Lyota, they've just got to have decent runs from here on out. Of course, we do got another road course coming up. Right on board now with the 40 of Jason Williams. But just decent runs from here on out. Because we still got no challenging tracks. We still have some, in a way, not terrible tracks going forward. Obviously, 2 weeks time, the wild card, iRacing Super Speedway, 3 mile super speedway with almost 7 lanes. They go 7, 8, hell, sometimes 9 wide. It's going to be interesting to see how them drivers approach that. And then, of course, Chicagoland, Fuji, and Talladega. All that after New Hampshire next week. And as a matter of fact, December 29th, that will be, if I'm not mistaken, the last expired series race of 2025. Right now, as it stands, Travis Farmer has a 1.4 second lead over Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Jeffrey Peppers, and Hernandez. The top 5, Williams, Henderson, Will Hoyt, Knurt, and Henning. Your top 10. A bit of an incident on lap 5. One driver making his debut, Braden Toller. Tonight, a little bit of an issue somewhere. Oh. So this was on lap 4. Around it goes, makes no contact, but he has disconnected from the server, so the night ends early for the driver of the 2, making his debut tonight. Right now, 1.8 seconds. The gap. Oh, trouble in the back. Caught Ward. Bobby Hadaway. Chris Leota's involved in it. Caution is out for the first time tonight. Colt Ward, meatball damage. Points implications entering tonight. Out by 6 points separate him and Elijah Fisher. Entering tonight for the points lead and damage early for Colt Ward. Questionable damage to Chris Leota as well. Unsure what happened. We're going to take a look at it from the crash chopper cam. Oh! Okay, so... Well, Leota gets loose entering the corner. Enters high, just locks up, just breaks loose on entry. Ward slams on brakes trying to miss. Bobby Hadaway comes in, gets loose. Wicked shot for Bobby Hadaway into the side of Colt Ward, and you can look at that rear end and tell it is shifted pretty bad on that left side. I don't think Chris Leota hit nothing. He'll be fine. But there is damage to the man who comes in second in the points with 4 wins of the season. Well, it was a rough night at COTA for Colt Ward, and it does not look like it's going to get any better tonight in St. Louis. Right now, Elijah Fisher's in, hitting pretty much 11th on down. Top 10 stays out. Well, race off of pit road. Elijah Fisher, Stephen Henning, Tyler Stone, Darcy Hart, the top 5. Top 4 actually Ryan in the leader. The top 5 off of pit road. We're wanting the green here. Have all eyes. Chris Leota will get EOL for the caution. Well, 11 lap run, first caution of the night, coming on lap 11. For the rear racket, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, top 10. Hernandez, Peppers, Henderson in top 5. Jason Williams, Ben Knert, Robert Wilhoit, Hunter Azell, and Christopher Roscoe. The top 10. Matter of fact, the top 10 all stayed out under this caution. Fisher on down. All pitted. We're rolling. Farmer out to a blinding restart. Side by side for second between Hauser and Hernandez. Right now, further back as Farmer gets out to a lead. Jeffrey Peppers making a move. Here comes Hotshot Henderson on the bottom for third. Not able to get there. Peppers with a hell of a run. Down the front straightaway off the top. Peppers going to keep using that middle or high line. Henderson shoots it right back into the bottom as Hauser tries to hold on to second. Oh, Robert Wilhoit around, back straightaway. Stephen Henning Jr. Nowhere to be seen. There's Stephen Henning Jr. around in that Bass Pro Shop, number 78. Don't like much damage to him or Wilhoit. We'll go ahead and look back what happened from the crash chopper cam one more time. Oh, Fisher gets into Henning, which sends Lyotta around, or sends Wilhoit around. Henning into Tyler Stone as well. Look back at it one more time. We're going to set it up here. Fisher gasses it up. Can you really call that on Elijah do? Well, let's just watch Steven from the far chase cam. Oh, Rosca's in the dirt. Rosca's in the dirt. Slides up into Wilhoit. Okay. Henning gets away from, trying to get away from Wilhoit. Comes down into Elijah Fisher. Fisher into Henning. Henning into Wilhoit. And that's all she wrote. I had to say that's going to be, I had to put that on Rosca then, if that was the case. Second caution of the night. Mike Hauser stays out, as does Peppers, Williams, Hunter Azell. They're the only ones who have yet to make a pit stop so far tonight. Elijah Fisher will be in the fifth spot. Stone, Darcy Harr, Ryan Hendon leader. Matt Morrison and Apostle Chavez, your top 10. All right, to re-rack it. Mike Hauser, Jeffrey Peppers, Hunter Azell, Jason Williams, Tyler Stone in top 5. Fisher, Darcy Harr, Ryan Hendon leader. Matt Morrison, Stephen Henning the top 10. All right. The restart with 117 to go. We're rolling. Hauser this time with a great jump. And there's still trouble settling farther in the field. They're able to keep it straight. We're able to keep it sorted out, keep it straight. All right, now Jeffrey Peppers. Right now, trying to run down Mike Hauser and get the lead because Elijah Fisher coming on 8-lap old tires compared to Hauser and Peppers 19. Right now, biggest movers since the start of the race. You'll see him on the screen. Ryan Hindenleader up 16 spots where he started. Stone up 7. Hunter Rozelle up 6 as well. Big improvement. Car up 10. 8. One car off the track. Going all the way down. It is Ryan Hindenleader. Able to keep it going and keep it straight for the moment. Going to enter 3 wide. Morrison into Darcy Har. Har into Stephen Henning, and around Darcy Har goes. Toyota involved in this one. Come on, man. Good. Darcy Hart gets it rolling, and Darcy Hart meatball flag first troubles. Well, let's look at it. There you see it. Hindenleader kind of puts Morrison in a bad spot, but Morrison into Darcy Hart. Steven Henning finally finishes Darcy off, and Cole Ward barely getting through there. This is going to be a long night. Well, Robert Wellhoyt is in this time. There you see the extensive damage to Stephen Henning's machine. Let's see if we cannot get a word with Stephen. Stephen Henning Jr. off to kind of a rough start tonight, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Some of these guys would learn how to drive, maybe.
Well, buddy, take me through it. We saw the first incident. Take me through this second one. It looked like just a victim of circumstance. What'd you see? And how bad's the car?
I didn't see anything. All I seen was my teammate coming across my nose because somebody drove it in because they got their panties in a bunch. That's all I know. But all I know is car feels, I think, it had a little bit of damage there, but
We're looking at it on the camera.
Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I guess got to take the horseshoe off the shelf and put it on me or something here. We got to figure this stuff out. I don't know what the hell's going on.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully, get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, hopefully.
You can tell Stephen Henning a little agitated at the moment. Rightfully so. Well, Henning enters tonight. As far as the points goes, 5th in the points. They're really only out by 85 points from the points lead, but more importantly, he is only out by, or he's in by 64 points entering tonight. So right now still it's a pretty good cushion, but a race worth of points with still about 4 or 5 races left in the season. Nowhere near safe. Right now it'll be the Falcon Motorsports teammates of Elijah Fisher and Mike Hauser, your leaders. As the field gets set. The accordion effect on the start, stacking up. Fisher out to the lead. Fisher, Hauser, Peppers, Jason. Oh, Stone hard off the wall. Hernandez goes all the way down. Can't get around him. I was about to say before that happened. Peppers, Williams, and Hunter Rozelle to top 5. Right now, Jeffrey Peppers looks to the inside of Mike Hauser for the second spot. Well, Fisher's going to slide away because he's got the better tires at the moment. Jason Williams sends it in. Right now, Henderson off the wall back there. Field kind of single files out. Elijah Fisher right now trying to scoot away. Got a 0.8 of a second lead as you ride on board with Jeffrey Peppers. Peppers started tonight. Started tonight in 5th. Right now up to 2nd. Run on board Jeffrey for a minute here. We'll see how he's taking this course. We can hear and tell that he's struggling on his old tires. The gap now is 2nd. You see it, Peppers downshifting in 3rd. I think it's hurting him more or less. On further back through the field. Stephen Henning Jr. trying to work himself back up through the field. Henning right now, of course, still favoring, and there you see it at the right front, still favoring that damage that he has, but right now working on Williams in the Grinch machine for the 10th spot. Hernandez also trying to get out of Dodge as well. Nick Kennard, Simtex Racing's lone driver for tonight. Then battling with Hunter Rozelle, Velocity Motorsports 5th and 6th at the moment, along with Christopher Rosca all the way down. Matter of fact, back in the 12th spot. 12th spot, actually. Right now, the gap 1.4. Lap 32, Chris Liotta. Lap 30. Liotta spins and into the wall. I was on lap 32, so lap ago, no harm, no foul, single car spin. We keep it green. But the driver who comes into tonight needing a good run. I talked about that 20-point cushion. Right now, that cushion not doing any favors for Chris Lyotta. Josh Henderson moving up through the field. Henderson up to second. He is on fresher tires than Elijah Fisher is. Question is, not that big of a difference. Damn, Jeffrey Pepper's still winning that damn race car. Pepper this time off the wall. Him and Farmer come together hard into the wall. Travis Farmer. Jeffrey Pepper as well. God almighty. And the pole sitter in trouble early. Well, I saw it coming. The way Peppers was driving that car. Comes off the wall. And the Farmer, nothing either one can do. That is all she wrote. Just an innocent bystander in all of this. Right now it's Travis Farmer. Well, Summerfield will come in, so he can't get a word with him. Elijah Fisher in this time, and Josh Anderson stays out. So right now, Josh Henderson and Christopher Rosca stays out. Everybody else in this time. This is going to be an interesting turn of events. Seriously, cannot get a word with Jeffrey Peppers. Jeffrey Peppers, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, not how you envision the night starting, or in some cases possibly ending. Take us through. Was it just we saw you working the wheel, trying to keep it under you? Were you afraid that something like this would happen?
Yeah, I felt it coming. Last couple of laps, I was fighting loose. That last caution flag, I should have came in and take tires. I didn't though. That was my fault. And that, and also iRacing was hitting me with some latency there, going into 3, and my mind got focused on that, and I just popped off the wall, and unfortunately, I came across Travis's his nose there. I hate it for him, but you know, it's just one of those racing deals.
Going forward, can the car be fixed, and do you feel like can it be fixed enough to where it'll be still a contender like you had tonight?
No, I got about 6 minutes of required here, and another 9 optional. Going around the pace laps there, she was sick. She didn't like it. I think we're going to be done for the night. I'll still get out here and complete some laps, but as far as being a contender, I think our night's done.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Look forward to seeing you in New Hampshire.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So Slick Motorsports own Jeffrey Peppers, you heard him. We'll get back out there and try to make some more laps. But tonight and the potential shot up to win is gone. Right now, Josh Harrison, Christopher Rosca, first and second. Knert, Fisher, Hauser, top 5. Hernandez, Morrison, Jason Williams, Stephen Henning, and Robert Wilhoit rounds out the top 10. As Hot Shot Harrison brings us down to the restart zone. We're rolling. Right now, the field side by side. Knert. How about the man that comes from predominantly road racing, but has gotten into these ovals and has really took them by storm as of late. Side by side with a man who made the Final Four last season. Roscoe tried to make it 3 wide, did not get there. But Ben Knert been on a steady roll as of late. You're right on board with him now. Actually going to look for the lead on Hot Shot Josh Henderson, and is there. Down the back straightaway, a blinding 1 and 2. Caution is out. Again, Ryan Hendon leader, Christopher Rosca, Chris Liotta for the 3rd time. Or 4th. Good grief. 5th. Caution of the night. And it involves Ryan Hendon leader and others. All right. Go back and look at it from the Raging Idiot Racing Network blimp camera. We'll start up there with Rosca, actually. There you see it, third side gets loose on entry, similar to Liotta earlier. Actually saves the damn car. No, he doesn't. Comes around, gets Williams. Mike Hauser hard into the wall. Liotta locks it up. Don't know how Ryan Hendon leader. Oh, there's Hendon leader. Never mind, looking at the wrong car. And under caution, just like that again. Aaron Stanton, Gary Jenkins up here at broadcast, but you got a copy. We'll give him a minute here. Well, Josh Henderson in this time. Henderson going to be off sequence with the rest of the field. Hauser, Hadaway, Ward, Farmer, all of them are in. So Ben Knert will stay out, lead a lap. I think 2 laps, actually. Well, cannot get away with Travis Farmer. Travis Farmer, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booty. You got another copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we saw a hard impact to the inside wall a lap ago. How bad is the car physically?
I got permanent wheel damage.
Hell
I mean, they
yeah.
can't fix it. But I'm still going to give her all she's got and see where I can end up, man. I ain't going to give up.
Do you feel like it'll still be a contender for the win if you play your cards right?
Possibly. Possibly. I mean, I still feel like I got speed, but we'll see if it burns up my tires, though.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully, we'll still talk to you at the end of this thing regardless.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So Travis Farmer rolling back out onto the racetrack with a wounded car nonetheless. Ben Knert from Syntec Racing holds the lead. Elijah Fisher, Jason Williams, Thomas Hernandez, Robert Wilhoit, your top 5. Henning, Stone, Morrison, Azell, and Hadaway, the top 10. 91 laps to go. Fifth caution of the night just joined us for tonight's coverage of the Inspired Racing League Cup Series from St. Louis. Ben Kennard out front, 5 cautions for 15 laps so far. It has been something. All right, let's try this again. Kennard, Fisher into the restart zone. We're rolling again. Robert Wilhoit says it in. He's going to get it. Jason Williams, for Christ's sakes. Williams to the grass, saves it somehow. Man. Let's look back and see what happens before they wreck again. Watching it here from the blimp camera, and yeah, Robert just sends it in way hard, gets into Jason, around he goes. I mean, I think Robert's a little bit better than that. Meanwhile, under caution again. Mike Hauser has been involved in it along with Chris Liotta. What in the hell? Relook at this one more time. Oh, Ryan Hindenleder. Look at Ryan Hindenleder for a second here. Far chase cam. The Henny leader just gets it to the back of Lotta and around she goes. Don't know. Goodness, 6th caution of the night, and with 88 laps to go. Chris Liotta, black flag. Ariston, can you tell us into what's the reasoning for the black flag? Incident points.
No idea, Garrett.
I can hear it in your voice.
I was dealing with so much other stuff.
Fair
Were you
enough.
gonna ask me earlier?
I was going to ask you, what have you made it a race tonight? The driver's having a lot of difficult time getting around St. Louis.
Just really hard braking zones, and the car is really loose. So I knew this was gonna be like this. I'm so disappointed in it right now.
All right, but we'll let you get back to race control and be my pit reporter.
All right, Garrett. Have fun.
Yes, sir. You too. Get where Mike Hauser. Mike Hauser, I got to ask you, how bad's the car right now?
It's fine apparently. I was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Chris got run over in front of me, and I couldn't go anywhere and locked it up. But yeah, no damage to the car. I just want to put 4 on it, and just taking a breather right now. Race is not over by any means, so I'm just gonna try to, take it easy for a little bit. Kind of got caught up in a couple of wrecks that weren't really any of our doing, but we're not out of this fight yet. I still have confidence we can be up at the front and hell even contend for a win tonight. So we just got to have some things go our way.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck. I'll get you ready for the restart here.
All right. Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Rathis takes 7. We're rolling again. Kennard out to a big lead. Fisher sends it in again. Right now, Fisher around Kennard. Kennard gonna battle back again. Down the front straightaway. Chris Lowe in the pit serving his black flag along with Roscoe. Hernandez back up inside the top 3. Hernandez trying to run down the front 2 right now, just under a half a second. Matt Morrison 4th, Will Hoyt in 5th. As Hunter Rozelle looks under Will Hoyt. History with these two. Hunter Rozelle will stay in line. As Colt Ward battling back into the picture. Ward on the inside. Ward trying to get around Hunter Rozelle for the moment, along with Hot Shot Henderson. Right now, Rozelle doing a hell of a job holding off Ward, trying to stay with Will Hoyt for the moment as well. Rozelle to the inside now. We're going to look under Will Hoyt again. Rozelle sends it in hard. Here comes Henderson right underneath the inside. Almost 3 wide. Ward way up the track. Ward 3 wide off of 4. Not able to get there. Right now, Hot Shot Henderson up to 6. Going to look under Hunter Rozelle for the 5th spot. Right now, battle for 2nd. All Elijah Fisher wants to see Kennard and Hernandez going at it. Well, Kennard will get around Hernandez, who bounces off the wall, as does Hunter Rozelle. Well, entering tonight, Elijah Fisher, your points leader by 6 over Colton Ward. Right now, looks to be extending that gap. Right now, 78 laps to go. Well, I got a break in the action. We're going to take a quick step away. You're watching the Inspire Cup Series live from St. Louis. We'll be right back. Back live from St. Louis. So right now, Elijah Fisher continues to lead over Ben Knert, hot shot Josh Henderson, Thomas Hernandez, and Matt Morris in the top 5. Right now, Henderson up to the 2nd spot. So, thought about Josh Henderson earlier in the race. Pretty much been a rough last few weeks for Henderson. Started missing the Daytona Road Course, and really from there, since the Daytona Road Course, it has been in a, well, hell, in a cruel way, hell for Hot Shot Henderson. Well, Daytona, we talked about it. At Daytona, it was a 15th place finish. Post Daytona, Indianapolis, where again a 16th place run at Indianapolis. Go to Watkins Glen, first top 10 in 2 weeks for Harrison, went a 9th, kind of starting to bleed in there, but then go to Pocono and a 12th place run at Pocono, Mid-Ohio. Well, I don't think he wants to talk about Mid-Ohio. 13th place run there, not the Josh Henderson that we saw to start the season. And you know, and right now I expect the pressure to be on Josh Henderson. I expect after a hell of a playoff run late last season, made the Final Four, opened the first 2 races of this season with wins, and really all the way up until he missed the Daytona Road Course, other than Phoenix, a top 5 driver. But since the Daytona, we just mentioned it, it has not been the Josh Harrison that we saw at the beginning of the season. And he'll attest to that. He'll tell you that. Right now, drivers needing a good run tonight for the points. Right now, Hunter Rozelle, the highest of the drivers right now on the outside looking in that are still eligible for the playoffs. In 5th, or actually no, Hernandez in 4th is the highest of the drivers. Hunter Rozelle right behind him though in the 5th spot. Robert Lloyd in 7th. Everybody else pretty much just has to have a good run tonight to keep their hopes alive. How about Jackson Williams? Ain't heard a lot out of him right now. Sits 12th in the points and 13th on the racetrack as Ben Knert has slid all the way back to 12th. Well, Jackson Hadaway so far this season, what can we say? 5 top 10s, but only, no, wrong person. 3 top 10s and 2 top 5s to start the season off. It had not been, I don't think, the season that he expected nor wanted with, but right now, slowly starting to turn the momentum back around, trying to stay relevant around that bubble. When, of course, the 10 drivers are going to make the chase. This season, it will go down to a Final Four. Only 1 round of the playoffs. But the remaining schedule coming up does not get any easier for these drivers. New Hampshire next week. The last race of 2025 for the Inspired Cup Series. Of course, the first race back, I believe at least, double check my sources here. Nope, the first race back will be brought to you by me, obviously. January 3rd, Xfinity from Kansas. That'll be the first race for the Inspired Racing League. Whoops, sorry about that, folks. Be the first race back, January 3rd from Kansas, Xfinity, 190 long laps. Goodness. For one driver in this time. Paul Chavez, black flag as well. All right now, been all Elijah Fisher. Anyway, back to what I was saying a moment ago. You need these good runs going forward, because after tonight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races remaining. 5 more chances for drivers on the outside looking in, needing to do something, needing every point that they can get to try just to make the top 10. But then from there, once you make the top 10, you thought the schedule was hard then. Kansas, February 9th, the first race of the playoffs. Charlotte, Michigan, Nashville, Richmond. My personal favorite. And the last chance for the 10 drivers who we will find out will be racing for a championship January 26th at Talladega. Then the last chance for them 10 drivers will be at Darlington to get into the Final Four. March 16th, and then Homestead, the season finale. Right now, Hunter Rozelle on the move, up to 4th. Talking about Hunter having a hell of a night so far. Knock on wood. 2025 Highside Racing League champion. He actually started this race in the 10th spot. A great qualifying effort for Hunter. It was a great start for Hunter, but also the fact, well, there you see it, the 2025 Highside Racing League champion. What started off as a good season so far has kind of dwindled down into this, I guess you could kind of say, as Christopher Rosca, Ben Canert, guys are around. Rosca and Canert around. 7th, caution on the 9th for Stephen Henning Jr., meatball damage as well. The whole front of the car's gone. Shoot. God almighty. Well, that will be terminal and night done for Stephen Henning Jr. Well, look back at it. Sorry, folks, I gotta dealing with somebody in the way of the TV. Oh! Oh! Goodness! Oh, and Ben Canert power drives. Rosca. Right on board with Stephen Henning again. That for the far chase cam. Oh, Rosca gets loose into Henning. Bam! About the worst possible spot you can hit Right on board with Stephen Henning. I mean, good God, what a gut punch. He ain't even gonna know it's coming either. Bam. Right on board with Ben Knurk through this. Been a hell of a night for Ben Knurk too. Had a great run earlier. Unfortunately. Well. Oh, and then back live, Knurk slams it again. Well, back to the one and green. And how about this? Elijah Fisher, Hunter Azell. First and second. Mike Hauser, Hernandez, Will Hoyt, the top 5. Henderson, Ward, Williams, Hadaway, and Stone, your top 10. All right. Let's try this again. We're rolling. Fisher with a hell of a start. Hauser with him. And Hunter Azell sleeping on that restart. Called him snoozing. Right now. Right now, Falcon Motorsports 1 and 2. Fisher and Hauser, Will Hoyt third. Hunter Azell, Hernandez the top 5. Right on board with Elijah Fisher. Hauser right now, I wonder really what does Mike Hauser do if he's running in second? How about Robert Wilhoit having a star-studded, having a career high run right now in his own right? Well, also got to think of the history between Azell and Wilhoit over the last couple of weeks, but right now they're playing nice. Wilhoit sends it in! Holy hell! Goodness, 3 wide! Mike Hauser slams the outside wall. Good God! Hunter Azell at the second and everything. Where the hell did that come from? Who knows? That's a gutsy move. Still 52 laps to go in the race, though. Hunter Roselle right now holds on to second. Hauser trying to get it back. Hunter through the gas. That time Fisher. Still 2/10 to, still separated by 2/10. Hunter right now sets his sight on Elijah Fisher, who right now has led the most laps of the night at 50. Right now, the built submarine number 16 for Falcon Motorsports leads with 50 laps to go. Yeah, right now the points obviously going to be a big gap unless something happens. For the lead, Hunter Roselle. Not able to get there. The back bumper to the back of the 16. Weren't able to get him sideways enough. Mike Hauser right back in it. Hauser looks to the inside. Hunter this time a much better run off of 4. Able to stay side by side with Fisher for the moment. Still within the quarter panel. Blends back in again. 50 to go, sense of urgency now. It's go time. 48 to go before we set at the line. Time's running out, slowly but surely. Right now, breathing down Fisher's neck, a little bit of a blink, but well, right now we're about to put Ben Kennard a lap down. Yep. Hot shot Henderson trying to get around Robert Wilhoit for the 4th spot. Not able to do it. Hauser has slid back to 5th. Oh, Hunter loose big time. Saves it. He's doing everything he can to try to keep that car under him. Right now, is able to run him down. Kennard will be in the way. Zell loose again. Driving the hell out of it is what he's doing. 15 lap stint for the majority of the field, actually the whole field for the most part. Right now, the gap is second. Well, on further back. Battle for the fifth spot. Will Hoyt, Hauser, and Ian Garcia. Oh, Hernandez around! Hard into the wall! Thomas Hernandez! Damn. Robert Will Hoyt, black flag as well. Son of a... All right, look at it again. Hauser gets in there a little bit loose. No harm, no foul there. Oh, and bam. Go back at it in slow motion here. You're watching Will Hoyt and Hauser. Will Hoyt's got a lot of wheel in it. You can look at the front tires and tell there's some wheel still in it. Gonna come off the corner. Hauser comes up into Will Hoyt. Well, you can say Will Hoyt got loose. Hauser was coming up. They meet in the middle. Tough one to call. Unfortunately for Thomas Hernandez, a great run going. Bam. We're going to see what kind of damage is done to the car. We're under caution yet again. Well, so you cannot get a word with Hernandez. Thomas Hernandez, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booty. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, take me through it, buddy. It looked like just kind of filling your lap there. What'd you see?
Yeah, no, we're running good, and then, your teammate gets a little loose in front of you, kind of had nowhere to go. But luckily the damage isn't bad at all, and we're nowhere near out of this with how much we got left.
All right, but I wanted to ask you, we've seen a lot of guys struggle tonight. How difficult is the track right now?
It's pretty slick, especially once you get on those long runs. If you used it up early, you're going to be dropping back here and there. So
all right.
It's just one of those things, conserve it to the end. It looks like almost everybody pit right here, so we're going to be in the back and try and make this a decent points finish.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing. Right now, as it stands, Jason Williams stays out under this caution to lead. It'll be Williams, Fisher, Azell, Mike Hauser, Tyler Stone, the top five. Ward, Morrison, Henderson, Hadaway, Bobby and Jackson, that is. Round out the top 10. Alright. Well, it's about to get good now. Just been made official. Stephen Hennig Jr. out of the race, along with Roscoe and Braden. They will be the three retirees so far tonight. Ninth restart. We're rolling, and Jason Williams with a hell of a restart. Williams stayed out. Hoping for a quick caution, maybe trap position. Azell looks right to the inside again. Able to scoot away for the moment. Azell back up into the second spot. Fisher the leader. Williams, Hauser, and Stone the top five. right now. Fisher and Azell trying to scoot away from this pack here. The gap half a second to Fisher. 1 second to Mike Hauser. Colt Ward lurking in the background. 1.5 seconds back. 36 laps to go. Right now, 35 to go. We're going to take our last commercial break here. You're watching the Inspired Cup Series live from St. Louis. We'll be right back. Back live from St. Louis. The race winding down. 30 laps to go. Next time by. Right now, Elijah Fisher has a 1.4 second lead over Hunter Azell. Mike Hauser third. Ward and Henderson the top 5. Right now. 1.1 steal. Azell falling into the clutches of Mike Hauser and Colt Ward. Right now. It's all been Elijah Fisher, 70 laps led this time by. Well, I mean, right now, Not much anybody can do at the moment. It looks like that 16 on rails. Ward looks to the inside of Hauser for third. Right now, Colton Ward almost gets clear of Hauser. Right now, there it is. Ward clear. Colton Ward is coming. Loza's got that rear end straightened back out. Right now, Ward will work on Hunter Rozelle. This will be a tough customer to get around. No, but the gap is falling more and more, about a lap, 1.8. If Ward wants a shot at Fisher, he's going to have to hurry up and get around Hunter Rozelle. Not ever going to be able to do it this time. 24 laps to go. Oh, there goes Rozelle. Big time loose. Saves it. Saves it, but the damage is done. He'll slide all the way back to fourth. Question is now, what does Colton Ward have? And is there enough time to run down a 2-second lead, 2.5 almost, on Elijah Fisher? Right now, still the gap 2.4. Apostle Chavez will be going down another lap down, be 5. Oh, Chavez! Oh, almost squeezed Fisher into the wall. Oh. Well, Fisher got away with one there. There you see the gap, 2.6. I get around Apostle Chavez. Chavez don't know where to go. Able to get around in that time. But now the gap, almost 3 seconds. Robert Wilhoit slow on the back straightaway. And a meatball as well. What in the world's happened to Robert? He's already in the grass there. Oh, Darcy Hard gets loose into Wilhoit, slams him into the wall. Nothing Darcy could do there. No, but right now, Wilhoit, the night is done. Well, 20 to go. Last thing Live Fisher wants to see is a caution. At this point, this is the last thing he wants to see. Well, 17 to go at the line. Meanwhile, further back, Colt Ward and Matt Morrison. Morrison trying to gain it. You look at Josh Henderson up to the 5th spot. And now Henderson, Mike Hauser settled back into 6th. Jackson Hadaway, a hell of a drive so far, up to 7th. Still knocking that wall down off of 2. Right now for Mike Hauser, started on the pole tonight. Led a handful of laps to start with. Matter of fact, 5. Literally a handful. But right now for Mike Hauser, looks like 6. He might get a little bit more. He's going to work on Henderson. Henderson trying to have a great turnaround, as is Hunter Rozelle. Right now, that stands, you'll see the biggest movers from where they started tonight one more time. Colt Ward up 16, Morrison 18, Hunter Rozelle up 6. How about Jackson Hadaway up 13 spots where he started. Got Ryan Hendon leader up 9. There are your biggest movers of the race, biggest droppers to end the night. Well, Jeffrey Peppers, Stephen Henning, 14 spots down. Well, Will Hoyt 7 down. Ben Kennert down 9 from where he started after a hell of a qualifying effort. 4 to 46. Right now, Ford, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, Ford. The top 5. Right now, 3-way battle again for the 5th spot. Well, right now the gap still 3.4 seconds as Chris Lyotta will get out of the way. Not been a good night for Chris Lyotta at all. It could not come at a time least beneficial or most beneficial to him with only 5 races remaining after tonight to make the championship. Lyotta came into the night the gatekeeper, 10th in points, the final spot. Matt Morrison's gotten around Colton Ward for the second spot. Morrison had anything now. He's used it up trying to get around Ward. Well, it'll be 8 laps to go. Caution is out! Oh my God. Mike Hauser, last week's winner. From the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. Oh my God. Ninth caution of the night, and it could not have came at a worse time for Elijah Fisher. He's already against the wall. What happened? Anderson slides up. Gets into Mike Hauser, who, holy hell, gets completely destroyed by Travis Farmer. Look at it from the far chase. Yeah, Henderson tags him. A little bit of a lag, and boom. Oh my God. This will change everything. Drivers coming in this time. Elijah Fisher, Morrison, Jackson, they all stay out along with Hernandez. Well, this is gonna be good. Very possible. I was surprised Fisher and them did not pit. All right. To re-rack it, the top 5 or top 4 stay out under this caution. So it's Fisher, Morrison, Hadaway, and Hernandez, the top 4 staying out. Then you got Ward, Hendon Leader, Stone, Hunter Rizal, Bobby Hadaway, and Jason Williams, the top 10. When they take this green flag, it is going to be 4 laps. 4 laps to sell it, probably in overtime. Just by how the night's gone. the green again. For what? Well, it'll be 3 to go. God almighty. All right. 3. It's going to be 3 to go when they take the green. Will it be Elijah Fisher going back to victory lane since Indianapolis? Will Matt Morrison finally break through and get his win? The same can be said for Hernandez and Jackson. Colt Ward is at win number 5. Ryan Hendon leader, the upstart. Can he steal it? Hunter Rozelle, Tyler Stone, Hadaway, Williams, anybody left? 3 laps to go from St. Louis. Oh, Hernandez into the wall. You've got to be kidding me. Caution is out. For Christ's sakes, it's the big one. Good grief. Hernandez, Williams, Hendon leader, Tyler Stone. Come on, man. Overtime. Ugh. What in the name of mine happened on the restart? Well, look at it here. Morrison starts to go. Everybody's just, I don't know. Hell if I know. Look at it from the crash chopper cam. Everybody just gets accordion. Jackson gives Morrison a shot. Hernandez spun the tires. What happened? That's the consequence you pay for staying out. Tenth caution of the night. They should look forward to New Hampshire next week. Well, this will be the one attempt at green white checkered. The rule is the caution does not matter. If there's a wreck, you can wad up all them cars on the back straightaway. Yeah, we're not throwing a caution. It will not end under yellow. It'll end under green regardless. Alright, try this again. Oh, Bobby Hadaway up into the 4th spot. How in the hell of a run. Hunter Rozelle still in this. The only issue Colt Ward has is that Matt Morrison is in front of him. Morrison on old tires. It was only fitting after tonight that we would have a green-white checkered. Would it get off to a clean restart? We're going to find out. We're rolling. Fish are already gone. Cole's going to make it 3 wide on the bottom. Going to try to. That's exactly what Fisher wanted to see. Down the back straightaway. Cole had to settle in the second. Bobby Hadaway in the wall. We stay green. White flag, 1 to go. Ben Kennard around or through the grass, something or other to keep it straight. Oh, Kennard, one driver hard off the wall. Ben Kennard. Colt Ward is there. Ward, Fisher, off of 4. Ward with the advantage. Fisher slam. What? Oh, hold on now. Colt Ward steals it at Gateway. Holy sh. Ward, Farmer, Fisher. Hey, he's pissed. Rightfully so. Led 100 laps. Colton Ward steals it. Holy cow. Where the hell did he come from? That's all I got to say. Colt Ward burns it down. Farmer, Fisher, Morrison. How about Jason Williams bounce back to a top 5? Well, we got it on one side, Azell, and another side as well. We'll wait for the unofficial results. Excuse me 1 second here, folks. I gotta get my stuff right. I'm speechless at the moment. So Colton Ward, your winner tonight in. Holy hell. Let's look back at it. I don't even know what to say. Where did he come from? That's what I want to know. Let's look from the chopper cam. Well, that right there was his saving grace. He'll get clear of Morrison here. From there, I mean, shot out of a rocket. It's like one of them little, put a memento in a Coca-Cola bottle and you just watch it fly. She gone. Rolls the inside. Fisher doors him. Almost wrecked him. And at the line, Colt Ward and Farmer almost stole it. Good nest. Get Colt Ward in here. Colt Ward, where the hell did you come from?
I don't know. Car was hurt from like lap 20.
Well, take me through the green. Was the green white checkered? Did you feel like that green white checker was going to hurt you because you were behind Morrison, it was all old tires. Fisher had the advantage in the restart. Did you feel like that? Did you feel like that green-white checker was going to hurt you any?
No. I think I would have actually rather been like fourth though, so I could have just went up on the high side and turn one. But that's why I went up high in turn three, just because I knew I had the grip and he didn't. So I was just gonna drive by him there.
Were you expecting the bump off of 4?
Oh, I mean, it gave me the fucking gave me the incident thing when he put me in the wall there. So I don't know.
Well, what do you mean the incident thing? Yeah, oh. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to hold off on it for the moment to... Yeah, just been made official. Colton, I hate to tell you this, buddy.
What? What'd you say?
I hate to tell you this. Travis Farmer just been announced from the head honcho himself due to the incident count. Travis Farmer's the winner by that. Because iRacing DQ'd you. Same thing to what it was on Saturday.
Man.
Yeah. Of course, I'm not supposed to have favorites. I ain't supposed to have no favorites, but I could say something, but I'm not. But that's second week in a row. Something's got to be done here. But Colton, I ain't gonna leave you hanging like this. A hell of a job tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank in general? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Just thank you for doing this each and every week.
Well, after the last 2 broadcasts, having to see the winter strip like that, something's going to have to be done here soon. But a hell of a job, buddy. Congratulations are in order still to you nonetheless. In my book, you and Farmer will be co-winners tonight. How about that?
Hell yeah.
All right, buddy. Appreciate your time. Sorry I had to end like this. We'll get Travis Farmer in here, I reckon. Travis Farmer, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Woo, what a race.
Well, according to the message I just got, due to
Yeah, I'm not. What happened there at the end? I'm not sure.
due to the incident count.
Oh, is that what it was?
Due to the incident count, you have been officially declared the winner tonight. Officially, Colton Ward disqualified due to the incident count with the contact with Elijah Fisher on the last lap. So just take me through the night, up and down night.
Man, after that first big wreck, I didn't think I'd get back up through the field at all. I had permanent wheel damage, and that very last caution, I just got all the damage that I could get fixed. But I still had the wheel damage. I didn't think, no way, I was going to get up this far. But I still consider Colton, he won, man. He had a dang good race.
Well, and I can agree to an extent. It's a similar issue to what we saw on Saturday night.
Yeah, I was close. I had 14 incident points that time.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you this. I'll ask you this. Is there anything that... Really, what was the big issue tonight, really, with this track and all the cautions we saw? I normally don't say this, but we've seen a lot better out of this group tonight. And really, what do you feel like was the issue?
I really don't know. I mean, wasn't that bad for me. It just that wreck's all that got me. But yeah, it felt fine out there to me. I guess it was. I know Rushko was having problems coming out of the corners, getting loose all the time. But I didn't really have that. So I don't know.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job on a winning night. A hell of a recovery. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors. The floor is yours.
As usual, hell, the team, the broadcast, and the whole league, man. I love racing here.
All right, buddy. A hell of a job for you. Travis Farmer, the winner tonight from St. Louis. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Man, I appreciate it.
Yep. That being said, the results officially in. I'm going to assume they're officially in. We're going to do it that way. So, yeah, points are in. Jesus Christ. Results are in. Travis Farmer the winner. Fisher second. Morrison third. Jason Williams, Hunter Rozelle. Josh Henderson, Chris Loda, Jackson Hadaway, Thomas Fernandez, Tyler Stone, the top 10. Canert will come home in 11th. Colton Ward, DQ'd, will be dropped to 12th. Darcy Hard, Bobby Hadaway, Chavez, Hendon Leader, Hauser, Will Hoyt, the top 18. Peppers, Henning, Rosca, Braden Toller, the top 22. Stanton does not count. With that being said, I will see everybody. Okay, well, they're unofficial anyway, so it don't matter. Regardless, second night in a row, driver's been stripped of the win over something stupid. But with that being said, appreciate everybody watching. I'll see everybody Wednesday night for MMS. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night.